Madam Mayor, City Council, we appreciate the opportunity to be here tonight. In a little over 4 years here with the city, we've had some successes and things that I've been proud of. But I think tonight is probably the proudest moment for me up to this point. We're here tonight to have the road master recognition given to the bulk of our streets department. I think many of you will recall that 2 years ago we had the Road Scholar presented to many of the members of our streets department. And it really is a pretty rigorous course that the guys go through. It's, there's 21 courses, there's exams, there's multiple hours of experience that are required for some of the courses. Operation of equipment, it covers quite a large gamut, everything from environmental best management practices to roadway materials. It's just a large variety of classes and a breadth of knowledge that the guys have to attain to do this. So yeah, this is 4 years in the making, and the guys really worked hard. Couldn't be more proud of them. Really grateful to have these guys. They really are committed to their jobs and to making the city of Moscow a good place to live. Chad Boyd, our street supervisor, has been really key in getting this done as well. He's worked really hard. I don't think I've ever seen a supervisor who cares personally about his staff the way that he does. And just really happy to have these guys working with me and what we've been able to do. So we've got Layla Krall here, who's the manager of the T2 Center, and she'll have a few words and make the presentation of the awards.
The whole box of awards, it looks
Box
like.
of goodies.
You're right.
Hey, if they work that hard.
You're the new Bruce?
I'm the new Bruce, can't you tell? Thanks to Tyler and thanks to you guys for letting me come today and take a few minutes from your council meeting. As was mentioned, the T2 Center houses the Road Scholar Roadmaster program, and that's housed down at the LTAC office in Boise. And a little more background, elaborate a little.
Pronounce some acronyms for us, or spell them out.
Oh, sorry. T2 is T2, but what we do is offer training and technical assistance, so that's the 2 Ts. And we're part of a larger organization, LTAP, Local Technical Assistance Program, and that is a national program. So every state gets funding for their LTAP program, as do us. We chose to call ours the T2 because those are the 2 things that we're offering, training and technical assistance. And it's been around for a number of years. It was started at ITD, eventually moved up here to the University of Idaho, and then many of the locals felt it better suited down at our office, since that's our job at LTAC, Local Highway Technical Assistance Council, and our job there is to aid and assist the locals with many of the same things, but mostly with federal aid programs. So it kind of made sense to have all the local programs and organizations housed in one location. So the Road Scholar Roadmaster program, we modeled after the way Oregon does theirs, and it's kind of school for the employees of the road system. And I think we'd all agree that we go to school in whatever our field is and get our training and start our jobs, but we don't just stop then and stop our training and learning. We have to continue that to continue growing as employees, and that's how we look at our program, is additional education, training, experience to get these guys, moving along and learning the new innovative technologies or techniques for their work. And another big push is safety. So we have safety tied into a lot of the courses, and then a few courses that are specifically safety related, work zone safety issues, and I think we all agree that that's important. Nobody wants to see accidents there. As was mentioned, they took 21 courses, and these guys did it over 4 years, so I'd want to recognize that effort. They actually have 4 years to complete the Road Scholar program, which is the first step. That's what they were recognized for a few years ago. And then they have 4 more years to complete the Roadmaster. So they did 8 years, what we give 8 years of time for in 4 years, and that's really commendable on their part to be so proactive in getting that training. When they got their Road Scholar Awards a few years ago, we recognized them with a certificate and a hat, which I'm sure they all wear all the time, and a Leatherman multipurpose tool. And so for completing the next step, they get a little better reward. We recognize them with certificates for completing their work, as well as jackets. So I will begin that presentation now. If they want to come up here. All of that.
Yeah, I'm going to shake a hand or two, too. Yeah, he looked like he was like a, looks like a EMT.
Okay, so I'll just go one at a time. As was mentioned, they're all road masters today, which is the second step of the training process. It's about 160 hours of training, and like I said, they did that over 4 years, which is pretty aggressive and a great job by them. First, Gene Detman. Congratulations. Okay.
Apparently those coats aren't one size fits all, huh?
Looks like they have their name on them. All right.
Okay.
That on your resume here.
Darren Erie.
You should need to be in these. Yeah, you do.
We'll get a group picture.
Okay.
Roy Bremenauer. Steve Schulte. And Richard Dimmick.
All right.
Hey, no.
And try and look pleased.
Good try.
They should have their jackets on.
Right.
Yeah, group pic. You got to get in here.
You got your wide angle.
Like I said, those jackets should have
My messy black.
This is a better camera.
Okay, everybody smile.
stand up so you don't get the light.
Let's do one more.
Everybody say road grader.
Burminator. Say Burminator, yeah.
Permanent.
So again, I just, this is a big deal. I hope that that's coming through, the 160 hours, the 21 courses. It's a lot of effort on their end, and they wouldn't be able to do that without the support of their council and the staff here. So I wanted to thank them as well for their continued support of the program. As was quickly mentioned, Bruce, who'd been with our program for 16 years, retired in August. So I'm the new Bruce. I took over managing the program. And we're always welcoming feedback, especially with a changeover. It's a good time to reevaluate and see where we can make improvements. So I would just always leave that door open for if council wanted to make any recommendations, they're more than welcome to call at any time. I'd be glad to hear them out. And then if there were any questions, I would take those as well.
Look, you have one from Walter.
Thank you, ma'am. How long has this program been around?
It started in the 90s, and the program started in the early 2000s. The T2 Center's been around for longer, but
Okay.
the Road Scholar Road Master program started in 2001, 2002.
And when did Moscow join taking the Road Scholar Road Master program?
I couldn't tell you the first class.
It was spring of 2009 was when we started. Or excuse me, spring of 2010.
Okay.
2010. spring of 2010.
I have a point here, Tyler.
Yeah.
So this was started under your leadership?
Yeah. Yeah, we started the classes pretty quickly after we got in, yeah.
Okay. I think we owe you a round of applause, too.
We just really couldn't do it without the support of admin and the council. When we go through the budget-making process and we have requests for training budgets, that's really what makes it possible. And so we're really appreciative of that.
Okay. Wayne?
Well, I just want to congratulate you guys. I think that's fantastic that you put yourselves out. That's a lot of hours worth of study. I think you guys do a really great job. And Tyler and Chad, you don't want to put yourselves too far away from that, because it's because of your dedication to your staff that they're willing to do that, and because of your encouragement and your professionalism too. So I'll put our street department up against anybody else's street department, and that's on public record.
I think they do have a rodeo, don't they? Isn't there a rodeo
At a
that,
lot of the events, they'll have a Public Works rodeo.
I'm waiting for your good things on that. Maybe they'll get belt buckles, I don't know.
Great. And what's next? I mean, since the aspirations of this crew are so high, what can they accomplish next?
Great question. So again, the continued learning, I think, is really important. And the program has been kind of set for a number of years with the same courses. We have each program has a number of core courses and then 2 electives. And I think in our advisory board right now that if we reduce the number of core classes but increase the amount of electives for each program, one, that'll give them the opportunity to take courses they're interested in or that relate more to their job. Some courses may make more sense for Moscow, but maybe North Latah don't make as much sense. So I'm going to be bringing in some new courses, and while they don't have the next step in the program to take as Roadmasters, that's the top, they can continue taking courses to increase their knowledge and skill sets. And the next one we'll be bringing in this next year will be a small bridge structure inspection and maintenance course. ITD offers a lot of help with the large structures, but in most of the areas of Idaho, we have a lot of the small structures, under 20 feet, and ITD doesn't offer inspections or maintenance of those. That's on the local jurisdiction to maintain, and many jurisdictions don't know how to maintain bridges, and so we'll be offering a course taught by FHWA and by a member of our staff for that the following year.
Excellent.
And I could just touch on that briefly as well. Through our evaluation process, our AMPS process with the city, that's one of the things that we really try and emphasize is continued training and trying to get the guys training in things that they're interested in learning more about that is also mutually beneficial to the city. So through that process, we're able to identify courses that the guys want to learn. You know, we've had quite a variety of things that guys are interested in, from leadership training to further computer training so that they can familiarize themselves with how to use programs, to specific equipment, grader training or excavator training. And so we work hard with them to make sure we're able to customize that education from here on.
That's outstanding.
And touching on that, that's how I mentioned that the door is always open. We're really encouraging more feedback on what classes people would like to see. So in all of our courses taught this fall, the instructor will be asking, and then in the evaluation sheets that we hand out, there's a specific line for what new courses would you like to see. So we're hoping with feedback throughout the state, we'll start to build a better comprehensive list. We have a list now, but we don't get as many new requests for new classes that we've never taught. We're hoping to build that list of new classes, and with Bruce taught a lot of the courses before, so it was within his skill set, which was great. It applied to a lot of their jobs, but we can now reach out and branch out on those courses because we're contracting instructors. So if there is a specific course or need, we're trying to meet those needs now.
That's great. Well, we have a bunch of super achievers in there, so I think you'll probably generate some pretty good ideas out of that. And this really is cost-effective for the city of Moscow, too, because of the outside-the-box thinking and the confidence that it builds in people who are well-trained like this. We really are saving a lot of taxpayer dollars, getting more bang for our buck, so to speak. And we're so fortunate to have that. Appreciate the leadership, Tyler. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.